Am I the YouTuber with the smallest wongs? We're going to find that out together today, right here on Geargasms. I'm putting out a shit video. You guys are going to watch it. I'm going to take the week off. So while you're watching this, if you haven't clicked off already, I'm going to be sitting on an island with 4 or 5 fat chicks and a big bottle of Fireball. If you're new to Geargasms, please like and subscribe. This channel is like the free government cheese of the guitar YouTube community. It's going to take a lot of work to push it through, maybe a little pain coming out, but it didn't cost you anything. Celebrate mediocrity. Let me tell you what else isn't easy. Being a YouTuber. I'm bitching already. It's not easy being a YouTuber. Wipe the fucking sweat off. Not using any of that. God damn it. It all sucks. Oh, we're still recording. Jesus Lord. What, in your opinion, is the most vulgar lyric of the decade? The 80s, I presume? For a single lyric, one line, the most vulgar lyric of the 80s, Ray Parker Jr., Bustin' Makes Me Feel Good, from Ghostbusters. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Bustin' makes you feel good. Thanks for sharing, buddy. Bustin' makes everybody feel good. Or I guess maybe if you have some kind of plumbing issue going on, some sort of prostate issue, or maybe a raging kidney infection, bustin' might not feel so good. It may feel like a razor blade bobsled traveling down your pipes and out your ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-dang. Ugh. But in general, yes, busting makes us feel good. Of course, that's the EVH button. And no matter where the knobs are on the unit, you push that EVH button, it summons him from the grave. The coffin gouging continues. Come on, guys. 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and I just now am getting ready to play the damn thing. People don't like that. They don't. Got a pocket here for some cables and stuff. Drugs. Dirty magazines. Alcohol. Anthrax, the band. That is so stupid. Made by a company called Wongs. I know it looks like Wangs, but it's pronounced Wongs as I understand it. And I know you're looking for me to make a series of jokes, but honestly, it's beneath me. Daryl Braun's already done it. I love Daryl, but if he's making pee-pee jokes on his channel, hey ladies, we know you know about it, but we also know you need to come on in and get them squished. I'm sure nobody likes that. I'm sure it's quite uncomfortable. I myself, I got a little bit of mammary here. I don't think I would dig that a whole lot, but you're supposed to do it. I can hear the comments now. Maybe the first thing in your signal chain should be a tuner, man. I hear you.
You suck.
I hear you. We got this little man in the box. He is not to be confused with the little man in the boat. I guess the official polite thing that we're allowed to say is save the tatas. You can put that on a bumper sticker. Apparently save the tatas is an allowable thing. But anyway, boobs, tatas, jugs, hooters, milk sacks, fun bags, bazoombas, bazingas. I'll give you the whole list. There's whole lots of words for them, but apparently tatas is the one that's just a little softer that we're allowed to say. Look at that fingerboard. That thing is as dry as my ex-wife's vag. Now look at Paul Stanley from the back. Can you see that? Let's bend him forward a little bit. Oh, now Paul has a brand new fan base. Or does he? They should call that the Suck Knob. There's probably a domain with that, thesuckknob.com. It's probably not what we think it is. You reach a certain age in life where tape is stronger than you. Now there's a beautiful camera angle. I call this one urinal cam. While I'm in close, let's go ahead and give these people something gross. You've ever had a dental implant? It's a process. They pull the tooth, then what do? They shove cadaver bones up into your gums. That's the second time I had this done. That explains a lot, doesn't it, people? Can you see it? Let me give you the close-up cam here. I'll go picture-in-picture. Hi everybody, welcome to Geargasms. I got teeth missing, but that's all right. Meth. It's a hell of a drug.
Come here, you bastard. Oh, God. I can't get it off. This one's always been a pain in the ass. God. Bloody hell.
All right. I get British when I need strength. God save the Queen. Sorry, Ola. Poor old Tommy. They considered him the coward of the county. One day while he was working, these Gatlin boys came calling. It's the Gatlin boys. Oof, the door comes open. They took turns at Becky, and there was 1, 2, 3 of them. That's the exact lyric, people. What? Did we just have a gang assault in a Kenny Rogers song? I think we did. Tommy comes home. He takes a look at Becky, torn dress, the shattered look. That is a really, really dark song. That is a tough, tough subject matter to be in a Kenny Rogers song. And it all just slipped by us. We sang along. They took turns at Becky, and there was 3 of them. I'm playing it wrong. Maybe it's on purpose, maybe it's not. I can't do choreography and play at the same time. It throws off my rhythm. Did I almost forget to mention that they sent this to me for free? That would have been against the law. And then I would have gone to jail. And you know what happens to guys like me in jail? We live happily ever after. And I would go to prison. And you know what happens to guys like me who go to prison? Nothing. Because guys like me don't go to prison. I got money, bitches. I get a good lawyer. The correct. Because this is what every YouTuber should do. You should certainly always film yourself while you're talking, yet your head is cut off in this shot. Let's not even talk about my weight and the Just for Men hair dye yet. We'll come back to that. $3,000? More than 2 times the entry-level Strat costs? I don't know what kind of grass or crack or methamphetamine y'all are smoking up there, but y'all see this big stupid pedal board? You know what? This pedal board. Pat Benatar was a woman last time I checked. Even though the memories weren't all that. I'm sorry, I'm just pointing out the obvious. Sorry, Pat. Small boobs need mashing too. You can also balls it up like this. Balls like these. You can add this stupidity to the balls like these. But tits. Why do we just put pink in October with the boobies? I'm thinking nipples. But then immediately I think of, well, that's kind of racist. There's all kinds of colors of nipples. There's brown, there's black, there's in between. So if it's based on the nipple color, as soon as I say that, I'm like, all right, let's make it more inclusive. Why? There's brown nipples. I've seen them. We've all seen them. Taupe, ochre, am I saying that right? Sepia, purple, blue, now green. But if you had a brown ribbon, that probably wouldn't be so sexy. I'm not saying brown nipples aren't sexy, don't get me wrong. Those of you out there who are scared to float your tremolo, you're a bunch of mama's boys. Karma. I broke a string. We'll be right back. Because nothing gives you an accurate picture of how a product sounds than room audio from a cheap fucking video camera. I love it. You can kill people's freedom of speech with a snap of a finger. It's no wonder the Chinese thought of it. It's a little short, but all right, that's what she said. But it'll do the trick, which was his response. See, people who do that's what she said jokes, they never give you the second comeback quip. Did you know that studies about YouTube content show that if you break away from a content creator's face or voice for too long of a period of time, you lose your audience? So hence I'm back. Wouldn't it be fun if Trogley made pedal videos? Wouldn't that be fun? All right, we want to line the drill bit up, and what I'm going to do is drill straight down and make sure I don't want to go too far with it. Just a little bit. That ought to be enough. Oh gosh, I didn't even make a hole in there. Trogley's not as strong as some of those other guitar YouTubers, but that's okay. Now, am I high right here, or did I just stop crying? What the hell? I look like I was probably crying because I knew my YouTube channel sucked so bad. So maybe you could say that at work. I'm not sure. You need to check with your HR department, but I'm thinking if it's allowed to be on a bumper sticker in the parking lot, I could probably say it at work. Let me give you some context. You're walking up, you got a new female co-worker, and you say, "Oh my Lord, goodness gracious, I would like to lovingly drape some baby butter on your delicious tatas." That's a head scratcher. We'll have to get back to you on that one. Damn. Now, if that ain't metal, I don't know what is. What's wrong with you people? That is metal AF. What a pain in the ass. I'd have my guitar tech do that. And when you think about it, how drunk Eddie was on the stage for much of his career, if I was that drunk and I lifted my foot even 4 inches off the floor to hit a pedal, I'd fall over backwards. I'm not a good drinker.
This microphone can be used for comedy. Two Jews walk into a bar.
Boo! You suck!
This microphone can be used for a sermon. Two Jews walk into a bar. That's what happens when your religion doesn't have hell. Pray for them in Jesus' name, amen. This microphone could be used for hate speech. Two Jews walked into a bar. Our bar.
That's racist!
We learned that if you cannot play guitar, you really don't know how to make videos, you really don't know how to do audio for video, and you're suffering from cubital tunnel syndrome, that's probably not the best time to start a guitar YouTube channel. We also learned that in the 80s, apparently, pop radio was wide open for lyrics about gang and ejaculation. Those are two separate songs now, don't get me wrong. Some of those genres are not really my forte, and in fact, if you've watched any of my content, most genres of guitar are not my forte. In fact, I am loath to think of a genre that is my forte, playing guitar, but still you're here. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with me. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Please don't forget to tell some of your really low-class ratty friends about Geargasms. Tell all your ghetto-ass friends about Geargasms, low-rent bastards that they are. I know you got them, we all do. You could buy a t-shirt if you'd like to help support the channel. Lots of new colors just came out this summer. Guys, gals, and in between. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Lita Ford about it because she's menopausal and you're just going to get into a thermostat war. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Jimmy Page about it because he's just going to bring his 14-year-old girl from the 70s. She's 61 now, but she still calls him Daddy. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Tony Iommi about it because you know he's going to show up without the tips, and you know that he knows that your wife has a mild amputee fetish. The amputee fetish itself is not mild, it's actually strong, but a strong fetish for mild amputation. And yes, circumcision counts. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Pete Townsend about it because number one, he can't hear you. Number two, he can no longer see for miles and miles. In fact, at this point, Pete Townsend has actually become the pinball wizard. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell John 5 about it unless he agrees to bring his wife. Have you seen her? Woof. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Steve Vai about it because he's just f***ing weird. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell that Geargasms pinhead about it because he's relaxing in the sand, yo.